Last week, I created a video on why you should even consider working with external recruiters. And there was a lot of reaction to that. I got emails, LinkedIn DMs asking, we understand the importance, but we don't know how to make the most of this relationship. So I thought this week is the right time to address 5 tips to have a great relationship with your external recruiter, or in other words, how you can make the most of external recruiters in your job search. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shub Faujdar. I am a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach and a former corporate recruiter. I'm also a LinkedIn top voice, and I regularly talk about job search and careers. So if you don't already, please do follow me there. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I release 2 new videos every week. Tuesdays is less than 2 minutes short actionable tips, and on Thursdays we do a deep dive on a particular topic. And today's topic is 5 tips to work well with external recruiters. So tip number 1, with any relationship, anything you are doing for your job search, the most important thing is connection and the overall quality of the relationship. If you look at your recruiter as a transactional engagement, they are going to look at you the same way. In fact, many recruiters do. So you need to work hard to build that relationship. But here's the disclaimer. Not every recruiter is in it for the long haul. What I told last week, some recruiters are there just for a very short term, it's a stopgap arrangement. So you need to find out the motivation. You need to see what's the background of the recruiter. Are they dealing with you professionally or not? When they come up to you with an opportunity, ask them if they worked with this organization before. What do they know about the market? That gives you insights on how vested the recruiter is in a particular role or the industry in which they are representing you. And this is crucial. Once you've established that this person is genuine, has been in recruiting for a while, or even if it's a new recruiter, understands the industry a bit, then you can build that relationship moving forward. For example, if you're not interested in that particular role, but you know somebody else who might be, please do refer them. You're making the job of the recruiter easy, and you're also helping somebody else in the process, gaining major social capital brownie points. Second thing to remember, all recruiters do a screening conversations. They need to. In fact, for some organizations, for example, when I was in Page, we had to meet the candidate before they were represented. Of course, COVID has changed that drastically for a lot of companies, but they will anyway do a screening conversation with you. Please take this seriously. Some people are busy with a lot of things, or they're distracted and have this quick screening call. Why is it important? The recruiter needs to know that you'll do well in an interview. If you're not doing well in the interview, they are taking a risk on their reputation. They are paid by the company, not by you. So they need to fulfill the demands of the company. So being good in your screening call gives them the confidence that they can very safely represent you for a particular position. For a lot of big recruitment companies, the notes they take while the screening is accessible by the other recruiters in the team as well. So if your screening call is not good, chances are for that particular organization, not a lot of recruiters are going to reach out to you for positions. So if you're not in the best place, you're distracted, you're busy with something else, and you've got a call, try to reschedule it. And please do have the answers prepared for the 5 questions recruiters typically ask. If you want to know more about those questions, drop in the comments and I will see how I can help you with that. Tip number 3, have complete control of your CV. This is an expectation and a boundary you need to create with your external recruiter. So what I recommend is when you've done the screening and they say, hey, we don't have position right now, but your CV is very, very good. Let me speak to some of my clients. Please tell them, I'm actively in the job market and applying for multiple positions. Before you represent my CV to any of your clients, I would want you to have a conversation with me to at least let me know which company you're sending my CV to. If I am in the process with them, I will let you know, and it stops from both of us wasting our time and having awkward conversation. Now, some recruiters might come back to you and say, hey, so why don't you tell me all the companies you're currently interviewing for? Please don't do that. It's a very classic recruiter move to know which companies are hiring. You may be represented by other recruiter for a confidential role or for a role this company is not yet hiring. You know what they might do? They may take another CV of a candidate who may be slightly stronger than you and send to the hiring manager. So you're creating competition here. So just very politely say, I am actually actively interviewing. So it would be better that you let me know before sending the CV rather than me listing down all the companies I have interviewed with or interviewing with. Create this boundary. Tip number 4, do not come under pressure. A lot of recruiters may pressurize you to accept the offer immediately, on the spot, not negotiate, not ask any questions. Look, you decide the dynamics of the relationship. If they are pressurizing you to accept the offer, you need to let them know that it took the company 2-3 weeks to come up with the offer for you. You at least need 2-3 days to know whether you want to accept the offer or not. You want to discuss about this with some of your family and friends, and then make an informed decision. If they pressurize you to answer right now, ask them point blank, is the company pressurizing me to come back within a few hours? Because if not, I really want to consider this for my overall career progression. I don't want to put you in a position where I reconsider the offer. And the last thing is, please follow reasonably. A lot of recruiters work on many positions and have a lot of candidates in their database. It is really impossible for them to update you at each stage of the process. So if they've just represented your CV to a company, it's unreasonable to expect that they will keep on updating you. Honestly, if the company wants to interview you, they will be there very soon to tell you about it. If they haven't heard about your profile yet, chances are they don't know if the company is even considering you, and you haven't been shortlisted for the interview yet. So instead of following up with them every couple of weeks or few days, there are certain milestones when you can follow up with them. If you've gone for an interview, that's a reasonable stage to start following up with them. If you're awaiting an offer, you can follow up in 3-4 days' time. If you have another active position which is progressing very fast, you can let them know about it. But do not expect that just because they've represented your profile for a particular role, that they need to update you about that on a regular basis. So hopefully with these tips, you will have a good relationship with the external recruiters you're currently working with. In all honesty, you don't need to work with tens of them. If you found 2-3 good recruiters who are representing you fairly in the market, who are advocating for you, your job search is going to turbocharge like nothing else. So find those 2-3 good recruiters and hopefully build that relationship with them for years to come. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. By the way, my digital course on art and science of networking for job search is also live. So please do check it out. The link will be in the description, and we have a whole chapter on working with external recruiters there. Until next week, go make an impact.